Today, it seems that Overwatch's new group finder works just as well for terrible people. This is CheckPoint.
Hello and welcome to CheckPoint, where Graham is indisposed this week, so I am joined by our foreign correspondent, Beige.
How am I the foreign correspondent?
You're from Alberta, right?
Yeah, but Alberta's in Canada.
Yeah, it's all weird and flat. We British Columbians are hill folk, so I'm counting on you to provide a unique, flat perspective on this week's gaming news.
I guess Octopath Traveler's coming out? That's technically 2.5D.
The worst part of playing Overwatch is other people, and now thanks to the game's new groups feature, it's easier than ever to assemble a party of like-minded players with the same objective, trolling the shit out of people. Of course, the original idea behind groups was to allow players to say things like, I'm looking to play tank, and then find a group of people who wanted a tank, therefore making it a little less frustrating for people to work together. And to this end, it's worked great, just with a slightly different outcome. Overwatch groups with names like Throw for Dafran, bracket actually throwing end bracket, Road to Bronze throwing matches, and most clearly, We Are Throwing Games, join if you want to throw, are everywhere now, and they're nothing if not efficient in their mission to miss the points, camp spawns, fall off cliffs, and just generally make playing against them as miserable, demoralizing, and time-consuming as possible before getting some free skill points is a terrible consolation prize. Which means so far our score is still human nature, several million, Blizzard play design team 0, but I'm looking forward to next season.
Did you know that Niantic, the creators of Pokemon Go, made a game just like it before they landed that sweet Pokemon Company contract? They did! It's called Ingress. And now they're making a sequel, Ingress Prime. Details are slim on how the game works, but since Niantic's bread and butter is on augmented reality real-world games, it's safe to say it'll be more of the same. What's even more interesting is Niantic is taking a page out of the Pokemon textbook and is making a companion anime. Ingress, the animation, is being produced by animation studio Crafter and is expected on Netflix later this year to hopefully coincide with the game's release. Now, I've never played Ingress, I don't play Pokemon, and, well, what the hell, I've never seen an anime in my life, but if I was to surmise what this show is about from the key art and the playstyle of the game, I'm guessing the main characters do a lot of walking around with their phones plugged into battery packs, they meet a bunch of strangers who they hope aren't going to mug them, and everyone works together to catch dangerous psychic waifus using a handgun-shaped Ingress ball. Should be the hit of the summer!
It may already feel like Fortnite is already inescapably everywhere, but it really is now. In the lead up to Season 5, Epic has taken iconic in-game items like the Durr Burger sign and the llama loot crates and transported them to the real world, apparently courtesy of the weird rift energy that last week's missile launch brought, at least according to an actor near the Durr Burger sign who's investigating the phenomenon. Of course, video game items showing up IRL thanks to an ARG isn't exactly new. Destiny 2 already did that a couple months ago, so I'm going to avoid boarding this hype train until I see Fortnite stuff warping into PUBG. That will impress me.
Mario Tennis Aces, Nintendo's recent entry into the fighting game genre, has been out for a few weeks now and is already attracting ire from the well-seasoned professionals who have been playing Aces in competition for what sounds like years. Players want Bowser Jr. nerfed, as he has been deemed too good at defense, which includes such attributes as running after the ball fast and hitting it back at a good angle. So I already know I'm way out of my depth when it comes to what I thought was a cartoon tennis simulator. Let's be fair, Bowser Jr. is being played in 45% of worldwide matches, and he is a favorite at online tournaments, so the pressure is real. If you want to win tournaments right now, you pick Bowser Jr., and that's resulted in a lot of gnashing of teeth, but it's also resulted in players who refuse to play as Bowju working much harder to find a way to counter his side skills, or at least finding winning strategies using other characters. Until the research bears fruit, though, we are stuck with him as the king of tennis. We can only hope that his recent popularity doesn't lead to fans imagining him as a sexy, jet-setting Lothario playboy and start calling him out on Twitter with cries of, "Smash my green fuzzy balls, Daddy Jr."
Please never say that again.
I didn't want to say it the first time.
Then we are in agreement. Coming up, Did you know that Nathan Drake isn't supposed to be a superhuman bullet sponge? According to Naughty Dog staff, the red that creeps in from the sides of screen isn't supposed to be representative of blood leaking from copious bullet holes. It just means hits to Nathan's luck, and when his luck runs out, that's when he finally dies. Does this make the game any more believable? Fuck no, because these games are about finding magical trees and evil djinns, but thanks for clarifying, I guess.
Chat strongly objected to you lying about your anime consumption.
I bet they did.